everyone, back for another doll video, and today we are outside on the back patio, the back porch, and the lovely lighting. I love coming outside and filming. This is my preferred lighting. I love filming videos outside because it's really pretty lighting, the sun is shining, and it's very nostalgic for me because that's whenever, since I do doll videos, I loved playing with my dolls outside. I have lots of memories doing that, like playing with my dolls on the balcony at my old apartment complexes. Well, actually, I did that at multiple locations when I was a kid. So yeah, I'd stay out late with my friends on the balcony and we'd play dolls, which was super fun. Lots of memories. So I have a lot of memories playing with my dolls outside, so I love filming doll videos outside for that reason. Kind of nostalgic, but today I actually have an unboxing from eBay, which it's interesting. There's supposed to be 2 dolls in there here. Hopefully they're the right ones. They were able to fit it in the right, and they were able to fit the dolls in a smaller box. So hopefully there's 2 dolls in here. But yeah, I do have my Fashion Corner dolls out here, so I do in fact have, hopefully there's 2 of them in here. Now the ones that I had growing up looked like this. So yes, I'm filming on my iPad today because my phone is charging. This is my first video filming on my iPad. I can focus it in, so hopefully the quality is very nice. So yeah, this is a classic Fashion Corner doll face, and this is the skin tone they usually had, which was the pinky tannish Barbie skin tone. It's kind of an orangey with a pink undertone or whatever, and it's the more tan. Somehow this company, which if you see a Fashion Corner doll, they did come with different head molds, but one way you will know that it is a Fashion Corner is by this marking. So yeah, it will have the bunny that says Lucky on the inside and all the information. So that is how you will be able to tell the difference between other clone dolls and a Fashion Corner. Yeah, the original one I had a face like this. So she was just a standard one. But the one I got later on, I got her at like the Dollar General store. She came in like this pail, like bucket thing you take to the beach for like making sand castles and putting sand in it, stuff like that. And she was very different looking. I think the one that I had this hairstyle, so she had bangs and a ponytail like this, but it was so long ago that I can't really remember. But yeah, the one that I had, I think this was her hairstyle. She had pale skin. Like the later ones, I guess before, or like, that one I got in like 2003. So this was like back when I was like still a kid. And so I got her, it was probably like the last run of Fashion Corner dolls. I don't remember when exactly they stopped producing them, but like it seemed like they had changed their skin tone. So the skin tone was more pale, the makeup was different, so they still had the same body mold and face mold, but they had paler skin with magenta colored lips and green eyes. The brunette ones still had the brown eyes, but the Caucasian looking ones had converted over to green eyes instead of these blue. And yeah, they just looked really, really different. And I remember mine came in a swimsuit. I can't remember exactly what the swimsuit looked like. I think I took it off of her and lost it because I wanted to put her in something else. I do remember that because Fashion Corner dolls will usually come with knees that bend. The pale one that I had with the magenta, like berry colored lips. Her legs were hollow. I remember that distinctly, but she was one of those dolls that came in a box. Put, like, you look up Beach Fun Barbie from 2002 and you'll see what I mean. Like, they came in like a, there were some Barbies that actually came in like a gardening, like it was a boxed doll that they put into like a sort of container that looked like something. So the beach ones usually came in like a pail for making sandcastles, and then the springtime looking ones would come in, they would come in like a watering can. Is that what they're called? Yeah, it looks like a watering can for like watering flowers. So yeah, there was actually Barbies that were like that, and then the fashion corner doll that I had, she came in that as well. I've yet to find one of those dolls that comes in that. I've seen some in swimsuits, but I haven't seen them in the box come packaged in the pail or watering can or whatever. So yeah, I think my original one had this hairstyle, and her hair was an ashy blonde color instead of like this sort of bleach blonde. Of course, my original one, her hair was interesting. That's why I rerouted this one. So I kind of recreated my original one. She kind of had pinkish hair. So I blended like silver and like a, they called it rose gold on the package of the hair that I used. But it's more of like a metallic pale pink color. But yeah, my original one had a side part like this, and she had like a pinkish hue to her hair somehow. So yeah, and then my second one, that was a beach one, she had ash sandy colored hair with pale skin. So yeah, that's kind of the history behind that. They also had other fashion corner dolls as well. This is the more 90s screening that they gave them with the big doe eyes. The earlier ones did have hollow legs. There was earlier ones that did have hollow legs, and their screening was a little different. The eyes looked smaller somehow, but it was still the same face mold. But these ones are the early 2000s kind. I don't know if that's exactly when they're from, but that's whenever I started seeing the ones with pale skin and the magenta colored lips. So I'm going to use my scissors. But yeah, enough of my rambling, and hopefully it is very windy out today, so hopefully it's not affecting the audio. It is very, very windy today. Here, let me open this up off camera, because they have packaged this in such a way that it's kind of awkward. They've taped it all up. Yeah, I hope that there's 2 dolls in here. This is a small box, so there should be 2 in here. I should have used sharper scissors. Like these are kind of like safety scissors that came with, these ones came with like Cut and Style Barbie from 2002. So, not exactly ideal, but I was like, I want to use my Barbie scissors for this, because it's fitting. Yeah, they taped this all. But yeah, the doll that I do have in here, or the doll that I have that's in here, I'm very paranoid about mail and stuff. Like, I always see stories of people packaging the wrong thing. And I hate ordering online. I just wish I could go to a store and find it. But it's not always the case, unfortunately. So. But yeah, the one that's in here is not the original one that I had, because her hairstyle, like she has a parting, but she has the same face. And then I got they included a brunette one as well. Oh my lord. And I've never had a brunette one with a pale skin tone before, so this will be interesting. Yeah, this box is really taped up. And these scissors are not good at cutting, well, they're good at cutting plastic doll hair, but they're not good at cutting tape, plastic tape. Ooh, yes. Okay, so this is what I'm greeted with. There's the brunette and the blonde. So I'll save the best for last, which is the one that I had. They do have rubber legs. They have the bendable knees. Ugh, they smell kind of funny. Wow. So, doll nudity, for those of you who don't want to see that, click off now. But here is the brunette. Wow, I've never had a brunette one. And I'm sure that elastic is probably gonna break. That is definitely a hairstyle they were doing on 2000s dolls. So yeah, she was definitely from the 2000s. She's made just like a standard fashion corner doll with the straight arms that go up and down. She has the squishy torso, but maybe you'll be able to see that the skin tone is much paler and the makeup is different. They still have the purple eyeshadow, but everything else has changed. But I don't know, I like the paler skin on these because we were so used to this like Malibu tan, classic Barbie, like warm skin tone. But to see them be much paler was super interesting. So I don't really like the straight hair on her. I'm probably gonna, if I don't reroot her, I might just curl her hair. The hair could use a boil wash, definitely. It looks like someone just stole the outfits off of these and put them online. Maybe they wanted to use the outfits. There we go, that's better. Wow. But yeah, the lips are like a magenta, which I absolutely loved that with the skin tone. Lots of blush. Absolutely crazy about this face. Like the face sculpt, the screening. And of course she does have the info on the back. But yep, and she does have bendable knees. Oh, and they pop too. They pop kind of loud. Nice. So yeah, but for those of you who don't know, these do have poly hair. They have polypropylene hair. Not the greatest, which is why I have rerouted this one. I've rerouted that one. So this was the one I found when I was like 17 at a flea market, and then I got her in like 2015. And then this one, this one, this one, which needs to be rerouted, that one. So that one, that one, that one, and that one were given to me by Bryce from Dolly Me, the Dolly Me channel. So he sent those to me. And 3 of them have since been rerooted. She was my first brunette. I had never had a brunette one until then. So, they don't exactly have the best hair quality, so that's why I've rerooted quite a few of them, but their heads are relatively squishy. Yep, her head is squishy just like the other ones, so they're fairly easy to reroot. Let me check the rooting. Oh wow. So yeah, it is sparsely rooted, but it's more than what I would have expected. Usually there's like a ginormous, yeah. So usually what you'll see on these is like this area right in here will be completely bald, but they actually put hair there. And she has a rooted part line, so let's check the thickness. There's the thickness of her hair. So if her hair turns out okay in the boil wash, I might not even bother rerooting her. She will get to keep her original hair. But if not, let me see. Yeah, it is a different color. The hair that I rerooted my other one with is more reddish. But if not, then she will get this hair color. This is nylon hair that I used from a styling head. So if I can't restore this hair properly, if it gives me trouble, then I will chop it all off and reroot it with this color that this one has. So, but yay. These are actually the first Fashion Corner dolls I got online. Usually like, especially here lately, they've been kind of expensive for some reason. Yeah, and her hair is styled like my original one, like curly, wavy. So here is the blonde, which is the most like the one that I had as a kid. Ooh, her hair is kind of soft. I was not expecting that. And her lips, wow, her lips are really intense. Yeah, usually whenever I find these, the ones with the paler skin are usually more, they're usually a more deluxe doll, and they're usually more expensive. I'll have to find clothes for these ones, but I love this. They're also squeaky as well, which I am super obsessed with. But here she is. This is the face of the one, and the hair color is the same as well. I kind of prefer this over my original one. I prefer the side part. Like, I prefer there to be a rooted part line versus no rooted part line with bangs. But yeah, that was my other one that I had. Same exact face and body, except mine had hollow legs. Her legs bend though, so that is very good. I'm just obsessed with that. The squeakiness. I would always get on my mom's nerves doing that with dolls when I was a kid. But yeah, it looks like they tried to style her hair the same way, but it kind of... So it's supposed to be, her hair is supposed to be... Yeah, that's supposed to be down like that. Or maybe it wasn't a ponytail at one point, because I'm seeing a crease here. I don't know. But either way, she's got that ash, sandy colored blonde hair, and it's curly, wavy. Very much like my original one was. My original one had hair like this one. So it was ponytailed, and it was like a sort of curl at the end. How long is the hair? Let's see. Her hair is like really silky though. I can tell that it's poly hair, but it's actually soft. So her hair is that long. So it goes to like right here. Let's check her rooting. It's kind of sparse. The rooting could be better. You know, it always could be better. But if I ever get tired of her hair, I have a color very similar to this that I could reroot her with. That is actually nylon. So, yeah, that's the rooting. Pretty standard, typical rooting for a fashion corner doll. Yeah. So that's pretty standard. Then again, her hair might have been up in a ponytail at some point, so maybe that's why they skimped out on the hair and they didn't with the other one. Let me there we go. See, she has really dark green eyes, very intense blush, very fair skin tone. I don't know, I just think all the colors pop really nicely. The magenta lips and blush. I'm assuming they used the same paint for the lips as they did the blush. And yeah, they still have that like crescent moon shape in the pupil. It's like a brown crescent moon in there with the one white dot. Love the liner. Love the eyebrow shape. I just love the screening. But yeah. And the hair color goes nicely with the skin tone. I just love this color combo. The skin tone with the makeup, the eye color, and the hair. She just takes me back to that Y2K era when I played with dolls outside. And the fact that she came in a bathing suit, you know, it just screamed like, you know, school's out, summertime. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this doll. I don't think I played with her as much, because I think back then I preferred my original one, because she was one that I had found. She wasn't one that I got brand new. She was one that I found abandoned. So if there were any Barbies or fashion dolls that I found abandoned, like my original fashion corner doll was, then usually the dolls that I found that were abandoned got a lot of attention. A lot more than the newer ones. So a lot of my dolls that I'd found trashed that were abandoned, they got paid a lot more attention to, and they got worn out pretty easily, while the ones that I got new kind of stayed newer looking, with the exception of some of them. Like when I moved back in with my grandma in 2002, she got me Sunshine Day Barbie, the brunette, and she got me Palm Beach Barbie. And that was the first time I'd ever unboxed Barbies. Like, I'd unboxed a Kelly doll before. Like, that was my first experience unboxing a Mattel doll. She was she was like the redhead Kelly friend, Melody, I think was her name, and she had that sort of sailor looking outfit on, kind of nautical, I think that's what you call it. And she came with like a little boat. But that was the first Mattel doll I'd ever unboxed new. All my other Mattel Barbies were hand-me-downs. But when I moved back in with my grandma, I actually got, like, from my mom. I moved from my mom's house to my grandma. And that summer she got me 2 boxed Barbies. And I'd never actually unboxed a genuine Barbie before. So those were the exceptions. Those ones got messed up because I played with them so much, because I'd never experienced unboxing dolls before. But later on, I just started playing more with my discarded, abandoned Barbies that I'd found. And like, heck, I found Barbies in like dumpsters and stuff when I'd be going to take out the trash. Like, there's Barbies people were throwing away all the time. So, and those were the ones I always played with the most because I felt bad for them. But this one's pretty crisp and new looking, like my original one was. except she has bendable legs now. I'm definitely not letting her out of my sight. So now, this is my collection. I have 8 Fashion Corner dolls now. And of course I want the collection to keep growing because they are some of my faves. Hopefully she will be getting rerouted soon. The reason she's not rerouted is because I haven't decided on a hair color yet. I'm like, do I want to reroute her with a fantasy hair color or go natural for the sake of nostalgia? I don't know. But yeah, this one I had to reroute her like that so that she could have a similar... I don't know what was going on with my original one's hair color. Like, it was very pale, pinkish, reddish, snowy color like this. It was very, very much an icy, metallic, pinky color. I don't know what was going on with the hair color. She wasn't... I've seen other dolls, like other clone dolls, come with that hair. And I guess it's when they attempted to make blonde hair, but it kind of failed, so... But I thought it looked cool. So that's why I tried to recreate it on her. But all the other ones, I've tried to stay faithful to their original sort of color they came with, one more natural. She was my first brunette, so I had to give her brown hair again. So yep, those are my 2 new ones, and they will be getting outfits soon. I just have to figure out what I'm gonna put them in. They will be getting washed and boil washed and all that, and they will join the collection. So anyhow, that's enough of my rambly video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.